You may think abundance is something far away from you, something waiting in another place, another job, another bank account, another stage of life, or another version of yourself. You may think prosperity will begin only when the money comes, when the door opens, when the right person helps you, when the right chance appears, or when life finally becomes easier. But what if the very thing you are waiting for outside of you is first asking to be awakened inside of you? What if prosperity is not only something you receive, but something you become open to? What if abundance is not chasing you from the outside, but rising from a quiet place within your own heart, waiting for you to stop rejecting it, stop fearing it, and stop believing that you are not worthy of it? There is a deep truth that many people do not see at first. The world around you often answers the world within you. The way you speak to yourself, the way you see yourself, the way you feel about receiving, the way you think about money, the way you react when something good comes close. All of these things shape the energy you carry into life. And that energy affects what you notice, what you accept, what you allow, and what you believe is possible for you. This does not mean you are to blame for every hard thing that has happened. It does not mean you should judge yourself for your past. It simply means that a new life often begins when your inner world begins to change. Many people spend years looking for prosperity in the outer world, but they do not know they are carrying thoughts that push it away. They say they want more peace, but they repeat thoughts of fear every morning. They say they want more money, but they feel guilty when they receive it. They say they want new chances, but deep inside they believe nothing good stays for long. They say they want support, but when support appears, they doubt it, question it, or feel they must earn it through suffering. The outer world may offer many doors, but if the inner self keeps saying, "This is not for me," those doors can feel closed even when they are open. Abundance often feels far away, not because life has forgotten you, but because your own heart may have learned to live in lack for too long. Lack is not only an empty wallet. Lack is also the feeling that there is never enough time, never enough love, never enough support, never enough safety, never enough hope, and never enough room for you to grow. Lack is the heavy feeling that says, "I must fight for every small good thing." Lack is the quiet voice that says, "Other people can have it, but not me." When this feeling lives inside you for many years, it begins to look normal. You may not even notice it. You may call it being careful. You may call it being realistic. But deep down, it can become a wall between you and the prosperity that wants to enter your life. Inner abundance is not pretending everything is perfect. It is not ignoring bills, problems, duties, or real-life needs. Inner abundance is a state of openness. It is the feeling that life can still bring good to you. It is the belief that your worth is not broken. It is the choice to speak to yourself as someone who deserves kindness, growth, healing, and support. It is the quiet knowing that you are not empty, even when your outer life looks unfinished. It is the trust that something new can grow from where you are now. When you begin to feel abundant within, you stop moving through life like someone begging for proof. You begin moving like someone who is ready to receive. Prosperity does not begin only when your hands are full. It begins when your heart no longer feels closed. It begins when you stop saying, "Nothing ever works for me." It begins when you stop treating yourself like someone who is always behind. It begins when you stop using your past as proof that your future must stay the same. Prosperity begins in the moment you decide that your life can expand. It begins when you say, "I am willing to receive more good than I have known before." It begins when you allow your mind to become a place where hope can live again. Receiving is not only about money. Receiving can be peace after a long season of stress. Receiving can be help when you are tired. Receiving can be love that does not demand you to shrink. Receiving can be a new idea, a kind word, a better path, a simple chance, or a moment of calm. But if you do not feel safe receiving, you may push these blessings away without knowing it. You may say, "I do not need help," when you deeply do. You may say, "It is too much," when life is trying to give you something good. You may feel uncomfortable when things get better because struggle has become familiar. This is why inner abundance matters. It teaches your heart that receiving is not wrong. It teaches your mind that good can come and stay. It teaches your body that peace is safe. Inside many people, there is an old voice that repeats, "I am not enough." Sometimes it sounds like, "I am too late." Sometimes it sounds like, "I am not smart enough." Sometimes it sounds like, "I always lose." Sometimes it sounds like, "I should not ask for too much." Sometimes it sounds like, "People like me do not get that kind of life." This voice may have come from childhood, from family, from hard experiences, from rejection, from failure, from shame, or from years of trying and feeling unseen. But no matter where it came from, it is not the truth of your soul. It is a learned voice, and anything learned can be gently unlearned. There is another voice inside you. It may be quiet at first, but it is real. It says, "I am allowed to grow." It says, "I am worthy of peace." It says, "I can learn a new way." It says, "I do not have to carry old fear forever." It says, "Prosperity can meet me where I am." This voice does not shout. It does not force. It simply waits for you to listen. Every time you choose a kinder thought, this voice becomes stronger. Every time you bless what you have instead of attacking yourself for what you do not have, this voice becomes clearer. Every time you open your heart to a better possibility, this voice becomes more familiar. You may be able to hide your thoughts from other people, but you cannot hide your inner energy from your own life. Life responds not only to what you say with your mouth, but also to what you carry in your heart. When you carry fear, you may see danger even in new chances. When you carry guilt, you may feel wrong for wanting more. When you carry shame, you may reject blessings because they feel too good for you. When you carry trust, you become more open. When you carry self-worth, you choose better. When you carry peace, you see options that fear could not see. This is why the inner shift is so important. It changes the way you meet life. The shift begins when you stop looking at prosperity as something outside of you that must be forced, chased, or begged for. You begin to see it as a natural flow that you can become open to. You begin to understand that your thoughts are not small things. Your words are not small things. Your beliefs are not small things. They are like seeds. Some seeds grow fear. Some seeds grow trust. Some seeds grow lack. Some seeds grow peace. Some seeds grow rejection. Some seeds grow receiving. Every day, you are planting something inside yourself, and over time, what you plant inside begins to shape what you experience outside. If you deeply believe that life is against you, you may walk into every day ready to defend yourself. If you believe that money is always hard to keep, you may feel worried even when you receive it. If you believe that success always brings problems, you may pull away from your own growth. If you believed that love must be earned through pain, you may accept less than you deserve. These beliefs do not always speak loudly. They often move quietly under the surface. But they can guide your choices, your reactions, and your limits. They can decide what you say yes to and what you are afraid to accept. Your life can become a mirror, not to punish you, but to show you what is asking to heal. If the same kind of lack keeps appearing, it may be showing you a belief that needs love. If you keep feeling unworthy, it may be showing you a wound that needs kindness. If you keep pushing good away, it may be showing you that receiving still feels unsafe. If you keep waiting for someone else to choose you, it may be showing you that you have not fully chosen yourself. This mirror is not here to shame you. It is here to help you wake up. It is here to show you where the inner door is locked so you can gently open it. When you begin to feel worthy, you do not become selfish. You become honest. You stop shrinking to make others comfortable. You stop asking life for the smallest amount of good because you are afraid to want more. You stop believing that your needs are a burden. Worthiness is not pride. Worthiness is the simple truth that you are part of life, and life is allowed to support you too. When you begin to say, "I am worthy of good," something softens inside you. You no longer stand at the edge of your own life asking for permission to enter. You begin to take your place. Money is often a place where fear becomes very loud. Many people do not just think about money, they feel fear, pressure, guilt, anger, shame, and worry around it. They may want more, but they may also feel that money is bad, hard, dangerous, or always connected to loss. They may believe that having more money will make them less spiritual, less kind, or less loved. But money itself is not the enemy. Money is a tool. Money can support, help, build, heal, give, protect, and create comfort. The problem is not money. The problem is the fear and meaning we attach to it. When your inner world heals its fear around money, prosperity can begin to feel safer. One of the deepest shifts you can make is to stop seeing good as something separate from you. Good is not only for other people. Peace is not only for other people. Prosperity is not only for people who were born into easier lives. Support is not only for people who already feel confident. Life can meet you too. Life can guide you too. Life can open a path for you too. When you begin to believe this, you stop standing outside the circle of blessings. You begin to see yourself inside it. And that one inner movement can change the way you think, speak, choose, and receive. At some point, you must make a new agreement with yourself, not with the past, not with fear, not with the voice that told you to stay small, not with the old belief that struggle is the only way to survive. You must make a new agreement with the part of you that wants to live, grow, heal, and receive. This agreement can be simple. I am willing to see myself differently. I am willing to let life support me. I am willing to release the belief that I must suffer to deserve good. I am willing to welcome prosperity in ways I understand and in ways I do not yet understand. These simple words may feel small, but they begin to loosen old chains. Your feelings are not enemies, they are messages. If you feel fear when thinking about prosperity, do not attack yourself. Ask what the fear is trying to protect. If you feel guilt when receiving, do not shame yourself. Ask where you learned that receiving was wrong. If you feel doubt when you imagine a better life, do not give up. Ask why better feels unfamiliar. Your feelings are not proof that you cannot have abundance. They are signs of places within you that are ready for healing. When you listen with love, your inner world begins to soften. And when your inner world softens, more good can enter. An inner shift does not always look dramatic. Sometimes it looks like choosing not to speak badly about yourself in the morning. Sometimes it looks like paying attention to one good thing instead of only 10 problems. Sometimes it looks like saying thank you without feeling guilty. Sometimes it looks like allowing help. Sometimes it looks like resting without calling yourself lazy. Sometimes it looks like saying no to something that drains you. Sometimes it looks like saying yes to something that supports your growth. These choices may look small, but they tell your inner self, I matter. My life matters. I am open to better. Words are powerful because you hear them first. Every time you say, "I am broke," your mind hears it. Every time you say, "I never have enough," your body feels it. Every time you say, "Nothing works for me," your heart closes a little more. This does not mean you must deny reality. It means you can speak about reality without giving it power over your identity. Instead of saying, "I am stuck forever," you can say, "I am learning a new way." Instead of saying, "I never receive," you can say, "I am becoming open to receive." Instead of saying, "I am not enough," you can say, "I am growing into a stronger sense of worth." Your words can become a bridge from fear to trust. Abundance is not only in the future, it is also in what you can notice now. The breath in your body is a form of abundance. The chance to begin again is abundance. The lesson you gained from pain is abundance. The strength that kept you going is abundance. The small idea that comes at the right time is abundance. The kindness you give yourself after years of self-judgment is abundance. When you begin to notice these things, you are not settling for less. You are training your mind to see that good already exists, and what you learn to see, you learn to receive more deeply. Prosperity is but only about having more things. It is about feeling supported by life. It is about feeling that your needs can be met. It is about living with a heart that is not always tight with fear. It is about being able to give without feeling empty and receive without feeling guilty. It is about peace in your mind, warmth in your heart, and trust in your steps. Prosperity is the feeling that life can flow through you and around you. It is the feeling that you are not cut off from the goodness of existence. When prosperity is seen this way, it becomes a spiritual path, not just a material goal. Many people say they want abundance, but deep inside they are afraid of what abundance may bring. They may fear being judged. They may fear losing it. They may fear changing. They may fear that others will ask too much from them. They may fear that if life becomes good, something bad will follow. This fear can become a hidden block. On the outside, a person may pray, plan, work, and hope for better. But on the inside, a quiet part of them may be saying, "I do not feel safe with more." This inner conflict can create confusion. You want prosperity, but you pull away from it at the same time. Having more can feel scary when your mind has been trained to expect loss. If you have seen good things disappear before, your heart may not trust good when it arrives. If you have received help and then been hurt, receiving may feel unsafe. If you have been judged for wanting more, desire may feel wrong. If you have been told to stay small, growth may feel like danger. This is why many people do not block abundance because they hate it. They block it because some part of them is afraid. The fear is not there to ruin your life. It is there because it learned from old pain. But now it can learn something new. Guilt is one of the strongest hidden blocks to prosperity. Some people feel guilty for wanting comfort. They feel guilty for wanting money. They feel guilty for wanting ease. They feel guilty for wanting a better home, better work, better rest, better support, or a better life. They may think wanting more means they are not grateful, but gratitude and desire can live together. You can bless what you have and still allow your life to grow. You can be thankful for today and still welcome a better tomorrow. Wanting prosperity does not make you unkind. Wanting peace does not make you selfish. Wanting support does not make you weak. Wanting a fuller life is not wrong. Many people were taught, directly or indirectly, that struggle makes them worthy. They may believe that if something comes easily, it is not real. They may believe that they must be tired, overworked, and worried to deserve success. They may believe that rest is wrong and ease is lazy, but suffering is not the price of worthiness. Pain is not the proof that you deserve good. You do not need to be broken before life is allowed to bless you. You do not need to carry endless stress to show that you are trying. Prosperity can come with peace. Growth can come with kindness. Success can come without self-punishment. Prosperity often brings visibility. When you grow, people may notice. When you receive, people may talk. When you change, people may question you. This can become another hidden block. You may keep yourself small, not because you lack ability, but because being seen feels unsafe. You may avoid success because success means others may have opinions. You may hide your gifts because you do not want judgment, but your life cannot fully expand if you are always hiding from the eyes of others. You do not need everyone to understand your growth. You do not need everyone to approve of your blessings. You are allowed to rise gently, calmly, and quietly without asking fear for permission. When you expect less for a long time, receiving more can feel strange. The mind likes what is familiar, even when familiar is painful. If lack has been familiar, abundance may feel uncomfortable at first. If stress has been familiar, peace may feel boring. If rejection has been familiar, love may feel suspicious. If disappointment has been familiar, new chances may feel too risky. This is why you may need to teach your inner self that more good is safe. You may need to repeat again and again. It is safe for me to receive. It is safe for life to improve. It is safe for me to be supported. It is safe for me to grow. Sometimes the biggest block is not outside you. It is the old identity you keep wearing. The identity that says, I am the one who always struggles. The identity that says, I am the one who never gets chosen. The identity that says, I am the one who must do everything alone. The identity that says, I am the one who cannot keep good things. When you repeat these stories, they become familiar rooms in your mind. You may not like living there, but you know the walls. To receive new prosperity, you must slowly leave the old room. You must stop calling old pain your home. You must begin to see yourself as someone who can be supported, chosen, blessed, and renewed. Another hidden block is the need to control everything. When life has felt unsafe, control can feel like protection. You may try to plan every detail, predict every problem, and hold everything tightly. But abundance often flows in ways you cannot fully plan. A new chance may come through a path you did not expect. Help may come from a place you did not imagine. A better idea may arrive when you stop forcing. Control says, I must make everything happen by myself. Trust says, I can take wise action and still allow life to meet me. Prosperity needs both action and openness. If your hands are always closed in fear, it is hard to receive what life is placing there. Many people block prosperity because they have not forgiven themselves. They carry shame for past choices, missed chances, old mistakes, failed plans, or times when they did not know better. They speak to themselves as if one season of life has decided the whole story. But your past is not a life sentence. You are allowed to learn. You are allowed to grow. You are allowed to begin again with more wisdom. Self-forgiveness opens a deep door. When you stop attacking yourself for who you were, you make room for who you are becoming. And when you make room within, prosperity has space to move. Comparison can make abundance feel impossible. When you keep looking at other people's lives, you may forget the quiet growth happening in your own. You may think you are behind. You may think life is unfair. You may think your blessings are too small. But comparison often hides the truth. You do not know the full path of another person. You do not know what they carried, what they healed, what they lost, or what they still fear. Your path has its own timing. Your growth has its own rhythm. Your prosperity does not need to look like anyone else's. When you stop comparing, you bring your energy back home. And when your energy returns to your own life, you can begin to build from a place of peace. Sometimes people pray for better while speaking against it every day. They ask for abundance, then say, I know it will never happen. They ask for new chances, then say, people like me do not get lucky. They ask for peace, then repeat every fear as if fear is the final truth. Words are not magic tricks, but they are powerful instructions to the mind. If you keep telling your mind that lack is your only future, it will begin to look for proof. If you keep telling your heart that life never supports you, it will close before support arrives. To open to prosperity, you must become more careful with the words you feed your spirit. A better thought does not need to be perfect. It only needs to be kinder than the old one. If you cannot yet say, I am fully prosperous, you can say, I am learning to welcome prosperity. If you cannot yet say, I trust life completely, you can say, I am willing to trust a little more today. If you cannot yet say, I feel worthy, you can say, I am open to seeing my worth. This is how healing begins. Not by forcing the mind to believe something too far away, but by gently leading it toward a better place. Each kinder thought becomes a small opening. Each small opening allows more light. Waiting can also become a block. Waiting for the perfect moment. Waiting until you feel ready. Waiting until someone approves. Waiting until you have no fear. Waiting until every problem is solved. But inner abundance does not begin after life becomes perfect. It begins right now, in the middle of the unfinished parts. It begins when you choose a new thought while still learning. It begins when you bless your life while still growing. It begins when you take one calm step even before the full path is clear. If you wait for fear to disappear before you open yourself to prosperity, you may wait too long. The opening begins while fear is still learning to soften. Some people think they cannot feel abundant until everything changes. They reject the present moment because it does not look like the future they want. They look at what they have and call it not enough. They look at their current life and feel shame. They look at their starting point and feel angry. But rejecting the present does not create peace. It creates more distance from yourself. The present moment is not your final place, but it is your doorway. You do not need to love every detail of your current life to bless the fact that you are still here, still breathing, still learning, still able to shift. When you stop fighting the present, you gain energy to create something new. Somewhere along the way, you may have learned that life must always be hard. You may have learned that peace does not last. You may have learned that good things come with a hidden cost. You may have learned that safety is temporary. But these beliefs can become heavy chains. They make you hold your breath even in good moments. They make you question blessings instead of receiving them. They make you feel that ease is a trap. A new belief can begin gently. Life can become softer for me. Good can come without fear. I can receive without waiting for loss. I can allow peace to stay longer. These beliefs may feel new, but they can become stronger with practice. One of the deepest forms of healing is allowing abundance to feel normal. Not shocking, not suspicious, not too much. Normal. Let it become normal to receive kindness. Let it become normal to speak well of yourself. Let it become normal to have enough. Let it become normal to rest. Let it become normal to be supported. Let it become normal to see new doors open. Let it become normal to feel safe with growth. The more normal prosperity feels inside you, the less you will push it away outside you. Your inner self must learn that good is not a visitor that must leave quickly. Good can belong in your life. The new beginning does not start with a loud sign from the world. It starts with a quiet yes inside you. A yes to healing, a yes to worth, a yes to receiving, a yes to releasing old fear, a yes to seeing yourself with softer eyes, a yes to the idea that prosperity can grow from within you and around you. You do not have to solve your whole life in one day. You do not have to understand every step. You only have to begin turning inward with love and asking, where have I closed myself to good? And when you find that place, do not judge it, do not push it, do not shame it. Speak to it gently. Tell it that it is safe to open a little more. Tell it that the past is not the only teacher. Tell it that life can bring something new. The first door is awareness. You begin to see that prosperity is not only outside of you, it is connected to the way you think, feel, speak, and receive. The second door is inner change. You begin to shift the beliefs that told you good was not for you. You begin to treat yourself as someone worthy of support. The third door is release. You begin to notice the hidden blocks, the fear, the guilt, the old identity, the self-judgment, and the habit of expecting less. These three doors do not close the journey. They open it. They prepare your mind and heart for a deeper kind of prosperity, the kind that does not only fill your hands, but also softens your spirit and teaches you to receive life with trust. You can ask life for prosperity every day, but if you do not feel worthy of receiving it, a quiet part of you may still close the door. This is why self-worth is not a small part of abundance. It is one of the deepest roots of it. When you believe you are worthy, you do not need to beg life to notice you. You do not need to chase every blessing with fear in your heart. You do not need to prove your value through pain, pressure, or endless struggle. You begin to understand that good can come to you because you are a living soul, because you are part of life, because you are allowed to grow, and because you are allowed to receive support without feeling ashamed. Many people believe they must suffer before they deserve something good. They feel they must work until they are empty, give until they are drained, or prove again and again that they are strong enough. But worthiness is not a prize given only after you have been tired for many years. Worthiness is not something life gives to a few people and keeps away from others. Worthiness is already inside you. It may be covered by old fear. It may be covered by past words. It may be covered by rejection, shame, or disappointment, but it is not gone. You do not have to create your worth from nothing. You only have to remember it, return to it, and stop letting old pain speak louder than your truth. When you see yourself as someone who does not deserve much, you may accept less than you truly need. You may accept less love, less peace, less respect, less support, and less prosperity. You may tell yourself, this is enough for me, not because your heart is full, but because you are afraid to ask for more. You may stay in places that make you feel small because a part of you believes small is all you can have. But when self-worth begins to rise, your choices begin to change. You stop calling neglect normal. You stop calling lack your identity. You stop calling stress the price of being alive. You begin to ask, does this honor my life? Does this support my growth? Does this reflect the way I want to feel? Wanting a better life does not mean you are ungrateful. Wanting more peace does not mean you are selfish. Wanting prosperity does not mean you are greedy. Wanting comfort does not mean you are weak. You can be thankful for what you have and still allow your life to expand. You can bless today and still welcome a better tomorrow. Your desire for growth is not a mistake. It is often your soul telling you that there is more room within you, more strength within you, more light within you, and more good that you are ready to receive. Do not shame yourself for wanting to live with more ease, more joy, and more support. When you begin to feel, I deserve good, something changes in your energy. You stop walking through life with your head down, expecting rejection before it comes. You stop looking at every blessing like it must belong to someone else. You stop pushing away kindness because it feels unfamiliar. You stop lowering your needs to make others comfortable. This does not mean you become proud or careless. It means you become honest with your own heart. It means you stop treating yourself as a problem. It means you understand that your life matters, your peace matters, your needs matter, and your future matters. The way you receive yourself teaches you how to receive from life. If you reject your own feelings, you may also reject help. If you judge your own needs, you may also feel guilty when support arrives. If you speak harshly to yourself, you may not trust kindness when it comes from others. But if you begin to receive yourself with love, you become more open to the good that life wants to bring. Receiving yourself means allowing your feelings without shame. It means listening to your needs without calling them too much. It means seeing your mistakes without making them your whole identity. It means giving yourself the same kindness you may have given to many others. When you do not feel worthy, prosperity can feel uncomfortable. It may feel too good. It may feel unsafe. It may feel like something that can be taken away at any moment. But when your self-worth grows, prosperity begins to feel more natural. You begin to think, yes, good can come to me. You begin to feel, yes, I can hold more peace. You begin to allow more without needing to destroy it with doubt. You stop waiting for something bad to happen after something good arrives. You learn to let blessings stay. You learn to sit with comfort without fear. You learn to receive without looking for a reason to give it back. A powerful part of self-worth is realizing that you do not need permission to become more of who you are. You do not need permission to heal. You do not need permission to think differently. You do not need permission to release lack. You do not need permission to welcome prosperity. You do not need permission to feel peaceful, strong, supported, or free. Some people may not understand your growth. Some people may prefer the old version of you because it was easier for them. But your inner life is sacred. Your growth is between you and the deeper truth within you. You are allowed to rise, even if others are not ready to see you rise. If you want a new life, you cannot keep holding the same old image of yourself. You cannot keep seeing yourself as the one who always loses, the one who is always behind, the one who never receives, the one who must carry everything alone. That old image may feel familiar, but it is not your full truth. It is only a picture painted by pain. A new picture can be created. You can begin to see yourself as someone who learns, someone who grows, someone who receives, someone who is guided, someone who can make wise choices, someone who can be supported by life, someone who does not need to repeat the past to prove loyalty to it. Self-worth does not always begin with a big outer change. Sometimes it begins with one quiet inner choice. You choose not to insult yourself when something goes wrong. You choose not to call yourself a failure. You choose to rest when your body is tired. You choose to speak to yourself with patience. You choose to say no when something drains your spirit. You choose to say yes when something supports your growth. You choose to stop begging for love from places that keep hurting you. These choices may look small, but they carry a powerful message. They tell your inner self, I am no longer abandoning myself. Life often meets you at the level you keep accepting. If you accept harsh words from yourself, harshness may begin to feel normal. If you accept constant lack as your identity, you may stop looking for another way. If you accept guilt every time you receive, you may keep blocking your own blessings. But when you treat yourself with care, you begin to build a new standard. You begin to expect respect. You begin to expect peace. You begin to expect your needs to matter. You begin to expect life to have more than struggle for you. This does not mean every day becomes easy. It means you stop agreeing with the belief that you deserve only difficulty. Your worth does not come from how much money you have. It does not come from how many people approve of you. It does not come from your past success, your past failure, your age, your title, your appearance, or your mistakes. Your worth is deeper than all of that. Your worth comes from the simple truth that you are alive, that you carry a light within you, that you have a place in life, and that you are not separate from the goodness of existence. When you begin to understand this, prosperity becomes less about proving yourself and more about allowing yourself to live in harmony with the good that already wants to move through you. Sometimes people feel they must explain why they deserve something good. They feel they must justify every blessing. They feel they must prove that they have suffered enough, worked enough, waited enough, or earned enough. But there are moments when life gives. because life gives. There are moments when support arrives because you are open to it. There are moments when doors open because your energy has shifted. There are moments when a blessing comes not to test your guilt, but to teach you how to receive. You do not need to explain your worth to everyone. You do not need to make your blessings smaller so others feel comfortable. You can receive with a thankful heart and a peaceful mind. Self-worth does not always look loud. It can be quiet. It can look like calm trust. It can look like walking away from what breaks your peace. It can look like not arguing with people who cannot see your value. It can look like choosing better thoughts in private. It can look like forgiving yourself without needing anyone else to understand. It can look like allowing yourself to dream again after disappointment. This quiet confidence is powerful because it does not depend on outside approval. It comes from a deeper place. It says, I know I am worthy, even before the outer proof appears. When you value yourself, your energy becomes different. You no longer move like someone who is afraid to take up space. You no longer speak like someone who expects to be ignored. You no longer choose from panic. You begin to choose from respect. You begin to ask better questions. Instead of asking, what if I fail? You ask, what can I learn? Instead of asking, what if I am not enough? You ask, how can I support myself today? Instead of asking, why does nothing good happen to me? You ask, where is life inviting me to open? These new questions change the direction of your inner world. Your words are not empty sounds. They carry feeling. They carry belief. They carry the picture you keep creating inside your mind. Every word you repeat becomes part of the atmosphere within you. If your words are full of lack, fear, and self-judgment, your inner world becomes heavy. If your words are full of trust, kindness, and possibility, your inner world begins to open. This does not mean you must pretend your problems do not exist. It means you must stop using your words to make your problems stronger than your spirit. You can be honest about your life without speaking against your own good. The words you say to yourself in private matter deeply. The quiet words you say when you wake up. The words you say when you look at your life. The words you say when you make a mistake. The words you say when money feels tight. The words you say when you feel afraid. These words enter your heart again and again. They shape how safe you feel in your own body. They shape how open you feel to life. They shape how much hope you allow yourself to carry. If you keep speaking to yourself like an enemy, it becomes hard to feel supported by the world. But when you begin speaking to yourself like a friend, your whole inner life starts to soften. Lack has a language. It says, there is never enough. It says, I always struggle. It says, good things do not last. It says, I cannot afford peace. It says, I am too late. It says, people like me do not receive. It says life is always hard. When these words are repeated, often they become more than thoughts. They become a habit of seeing. The mind begins to search for proof that they are true. The heart begins to close before anything better can enter. The body begins to live in stress as if danger is always near. This is why changing your words is not a small practice. It is a way of changing the inner home you live in every day. Abundance has a different language. It says, I am open to receive. It says, I can learn a new way. It says, life can support me in expected and unexpected ways. It says, I am worthy of peace. It says, I bless what I have and I welcome what is growing. It says, I do not need to stay loyal to old fear. It says, my good can increase. These words do not force life. They open you. They remind your mind that lack is not the only path. They tell your heart that it is safe to expect kindness. They help your spirit remember that prosperity can begin as an inner agreement before it appears as an outer result. Many people speak against themselves without noticing. They say, I am so unlucky. They say, I can never do anything right. They say, money disappears as soon as I get it. They say, I am always behind. They say, nothing changes for me. These words may feel harmless in the moment, but over time they become inner commands. They train your mind to expect the same pain. They train your energy to stay closed. They make the old story stronger. You do not need to shame yourself for words you have spoken before. But from this moment, you can become more aware. You can stop feeding the story that keeps you small. A powerful way to shift your energy is to speak from the future you are becoming, not only from the fear you are feeling. If you feel afraid, you can still say, I am learning to trust. If you feel lack, you can still say, I am opening to new supply. If you feel unworthy, you can still say, I am remembering my value. If you feel stuck, you can still say, a new path can appear. These words may not feel fully natural at first. That is okay. New words often feel strange because the old story has been repeated for so long. But with time, the new words begin to make a new path inside you. You do not need hard or fancy words to change your inner state. Simple words can carry deep power when they are spoken with sincerity. I am safe to grow. I am open to good. I deserve kindness. I welcome support. I release fear. I choose peace. I allow prosperity. These words are simple, but they speak directly to the heart. They do not confuse the mind. They do not create pressure. They create a gentle opening. When you repeat simple words with feeling, they become like water softening hard ground. Slowly, the old fear becomes less fixed. Slowly, your inner world becomes more ready to receive. Your body listens to your words. When you say fearful things again and again, our body may become tense. Your breathing may become shallow. Your shoulders may tighten. Your stomach may feel heavy. Your whole system may begin to act as if lack is happening even before anything has happened. But when you speak calmly, kindly, and with trust, your body begins to receive a different message. It begins to feel that the present moment may be safer than the mind believed. It begins to relax. It begins to make room. This is important because abundance is easier to receive when your whole being is not locked in fear. Speaking abundance does not mean saying your life is perfect when it is not. It does not mean ignoring bills, pain, duties, or real problems. It means you refuse to let a problem become your identity. Instead of saying, "I am ruined," you can say, "I am facing this and I am open to help." Instead of saying, "There is no way," you can say, "A way can be shown." Instead of saying, "I am trapped," you can say, "I am taking one step toward freedom." This is not denial. This is choosing a higher relationship with your life. You are not lying to yourself. You are guiding yourself. The feeling behind your words matters. You can say abundance words with fear, or you can say them with softness. You do not need to force belief. You only need to create space for belief to grow. If the words feel too big, make them gentler. Instead of "I am rich in every way," you can say, "I am willing to receive more good." Instead of "I have no fear," you can say, "I am learning to feel safe." Instead of "everything is easy," you can say, "Life can become easier for me." These softer words help the mind accept change without fighting it. They meet you where you are and lead you forward. Your words can also bless what is already present. Bless the money you have, even if it feels small. Bless the food on your table. Bless the roof over your head. Bless the breath in your body. Bless the strength that has carried you. Bless the lessons you have gained. Bless the chances that are coming. This does not mean you are settling. It means you are no longer using your words to attack your life. Gratitude opens the heart, and an open heart can receive more clearly than a heart closed by anger and fear. Blessing what you have creates a peaceful space for what is next. One of the strongest ways to change your energy is to stop repeating the old story in the same way. The old story may be true as a past event, but it does not need to be your future command. You may have struggled, but you do not need to keep saying, "I always struggle." You may have lost money, but you do not need to keep saying, "I can never keep anything." You may have been rejected, but you do not need to keep saying, "No one supports me." Speak about the past with wisdom, not with chains. Say, "That happened, and I am healing." Say, "That was hard, and I am growing." Say, "I learned from that, and I am open to better." Every day, you live inside the climate of your own thoughts and words. Some people live in an inner storm because they speak fear all day. Some people live in inner pressure because they speak judgment all day. Some people live in inner dryness because they never offer themselves kind words. But you can change the climate within you. You can create a softer place inside your own mind. You can create a space where hope is welcome, where peace is welcome, where support is welcome, where prosperity is welcome. Your inner conversation is the place where this begins. Words can be walls, or words can be doorways. A wall says, I cannot. A doorway says, I am willing to learn. A wall says, it is impossible. A doorway says, another way may appear. A wall says, I do not deserve this. A doorway says, I am open to receiving good. A wall says, nothing changes. A doorway says, change can begin now. When you choose doorway words, you do not need to know the whole path. You only need to stop closing the path before it has a chance to open. Your words can become the first opening through which prosperity enters your mind. Lack is not only about what is missing outside of you. Lack is also a feeling you may carry inside. It is the feeling that there is not enough for you, not enough time, not enough love, not enough help, not enough money, not enough room, not enough chance, not enough life. This feeling can become heavy. It can make every day feel like a fight. It can make your heart hold tightly to what little it has. It can make you fear change, fear spending, fear receiving, and fear trusting. To let go of lack, you do not need to pretend you already have everything. You need to begin releasing the inner belief that life has nothing good left for you. At its root, lack often feels like separation. Separation from good. Separation from support. Separation from peace. Separation from life itself. It feels like standing outside a closed door while everyone else is inside. It feels like watching blessings happen somewhere else. It feels like believing that prosperity belongs to another kind of person. But this feeling is not the final truth. It is an inner state that can be healed. You are not outside of life. You are not outside of goodness. You are not outside of the flow of support. Even if life has been difficult, a new relationship with abundance can begin inside you now. Letting go of lack does not mean you stop taking action. It does not mean you stop caring about money, work, health, family, or future plans. It does not mean you become passive. Letting go means you stop holding fear as your guide. You stop making choices only from panic. You stop saying, I must force everything alone. You stop using worry as proof that you are responsible. You can still plan. You can still work. You can still make wise decisions. But you do it with a calmer heart. You do it from trust instead of terror. You do it from inner strength instead of inner emptiness. When lack is strong, fear makes you hold everything tightly. You may hold money with fear. You may hold relationships with fear. You may hold chances with fear. You may hold your plans with fear. You may hold your body, your time, and your future with fear. But fear does not create true safety. It only creates tension. A tight grip can make your spirit tired. It can stop you from seeing new paths. It can make you miss the quiet help that is already near. Letting go begins when you breathe and remind yourself, I can be careful without being afraid. I can be wise without being closed. I can protect my life without blocking my good. A mind that lives in lack is always counting what is missing. It counts the money that is not there. It counts the support that did not come. It counts the doors that closed. It counts the people who left. It counts the years that passed. It counts every reason to feel behind. But when the mind counts only lack, it cannot see supply. It cannot see the small chance. It cannot see the kind word. It cannot see the lesson. It cannot see the new idea. It cannot see the strength that is still present. To let go of lack, you must gently teach your mind to count differently, not falsely, but fully. Supply is not always loud. Sometimes supply is a simple idea that comes at the right time. Sometimes supply is a person who gives honest advice. Sometimes supply is the energy to take one more step. Sometimes supply is the meal you have today. Sometimes supply is the skill you can build. Sometimes supply is the lesson that helps you avoid an old mistake. When you notice supply, you are not denying your needs. You are teaching your mind that lack is not the only thing happening. You are showing your heart that life still contains openings. The more you notice supply, the less trapped you feel inside the story of not enough. The fear of running out can live very deeply in the body. Even when you have enough for the moment, the mind may say, what if it disappears? Even when help comes, the mind may say, what if this is the last time? Even when life improves, the mind may say, what if it falls apart? This fear may have reasons from the past, but it does not need to control your future. You can begin to speak gently to that fear. I understand why you are afraid, but we are learning a new way. We can make wise choices. We can receive support. We can trust step by step. This kind of inner kindness helps fear loosen its grip. If you give all your attention to lack becomes the center of your inner world. You may think about it in the morning, speak about it during the day, and sleep with it at night. You may give it your strongest emotion, your deepest focus, and your most repeated words. Without knowing it, you may make lack bigger than your faith, bigger than your worth, and bigger than your ability to grow. Letting go means you stop placing lack at the center. You do not ignore it, but you do not worship it. You do not kakiki. Let it become your only truth. You begin to give more attention to healing, ideas, trust, gratitude, action, and inner support. Many people are tired because they are fighting life all the time. They fight the present. They fight the past. They fight their own feelings. They fight change. They fight rest. They fight receiving. They fight their own desire for more. Letting go of lack means you stop fighting life as if life is your enemy. You begin to work with life. You begin to ask, what is this moment teaching me? You begin to ask, where can I soften? You begin to ask, what is one step I can take from peace? When you stop fighting everything, you save energy. And that energy can begin to build a better life. A cup that is full of fear has little room for peace. A mind full of lack has little room for new ideas. A heart full of old pain has little room for receiving. This is why letting go is so important. You are not losing something valuable. You are making space. You are making space for trust. You are making space for guidance. You are making space for better choices. You are making space for prosperity to feel safe. Letting go is not emptiness. Letting go is preparation. It is the clearing of the inner room before new good can enter. There is a difference between experiencing lack and becoming identified with lack. You may have had hard seasons. You may have faced real limits. You may have known the pain of not having enough. But you are not lack itself. You are not your hardest season. You are not your lowest bank balance. You are not the missed chance. You are not the closed door. You are not the old fear. You are a living being with the power to grow, learn, receive, and begin again. When you release the identity of lack, you stop saying, "This is who I am." You begin to say, "This is something I am moving through." Trust does not always arrive all at once. Sometimes trust is built one small step at a time. You trust yourself to handle today. You trust that one idea can come. You trust that one door can open. You trust that one kind choice can matter. You trust that one new word can shift your energy. You trust that one act of gratitude can soften your heart. You do not need to force huge belief. You can begin with a small trust that feels real. Small trust is still powerful. It is like a seed. When cared for, it grows into a new inner strength. Lack can make the body feel unsafe. It can make you rush, even when there is no need to rush. It can make you tense when you think about money. It can make you feel guilty when you rest. It can make you feel worried when things are calm. To let go of lack, the body must also learn peace. Slow breathing can help. Gentle words can help. A calm hand over your heart can help. Quiet moments can help. Reminding yourself, in this moment I can soften, can help. Prosperity is not only a thought, It is also a feeling of safety that grows inside the body. When you let go of lack, you do not lose your wisdom. You gain freedom. You can still be careful with money, but you no longer treat money like an enemy. You can still make plans, but you no longer believe fear must control every plan. You can still work toward goals, but you no longer punish yourself on the way. You can still desire more, but you no longer attack yourself for where you are now. This is the beginning of a new inner relationship with prosperity. You are no longer standing with closed hands, closed heart, and closed mind. You are beginning to open. A deep part of letting go is giving yourself permission. Permission to receive, permission to grow, permission to rest, permission to want more, permission to be supported, permission to stop repeating old fear, permission to see your life differently, permission to believe that prosperity can come in forms you have not yet imagined. Lack often says, you are not allowed. Abundance says, you are allowed to open. And each time you give yourself permission, the inner wall becomes thinner. The space within you becomes wider. The path before you becomes less heavy. Letting go of lack invites you into a softer way to live, not a careless way, not a lazy way, not a way that ignores life. A softer way, a way where you do not wake up already fighting yourself, a way where you do not speak to your future with fear, a way where you do not treat every desire as a danger, a way where you do not see every problem as proof that nothing can improve. A softer way means you hold your life with respect instead of panic. You move with care instead of pressure. You choose faith over constant fear, one thought, one word, and one breath at a time. Receiving should feel natural, but for many hearts, receiving feels uncomfortable. You may ask for better days, but when something good begins to come, you may feel unsure. You may ask for support, but when support appears, you may feel guilty. You may ask for prosperity, but when money, help, peace, or comfort comes near, a small voice inside may say, "Do I really deserve this?" This is where abundance asks for a deeper healing. It is not enough to desire good. You must also allow yourself to receive good without fear, without shame, and without feeling that you must immediately give it back, explain it, or prove that you have suffered enough for it. Receiving begins in the heart before it happens in the hands. A closed heart can stand in front of an open door and still feel trapped. A heart filled with guilt can receive a blessing and still feel wrong for having it. A heart trained by lack can hold something good and still expect it to disappear. This is why the inner work matters. Prosperity is not only about what comes to you, it is also about whether you can let it stay. When your heart begins to open, receiving becomes softer. You stop seeing every good thing as a test. You stop fearing every gift. You stop treating and kindness as something dangerous. You begin to understand that receiving is part of the flow of life. You are allowed to receive help when you are tired. You are allowed to receive kindness when your heart feels heavy. You are allowed to receive money without feeling that it makes you less spiritual. You are allowed to receive rest without calling yourself lazy. You are allowed to receive love without feeling that you must earn every drop of it through pain. You are allowed to receive peace even if yesterday was difficult. You are allowed to receive new chances even if your past was not perfect. You are allowed to receive because you are part of life, and life moves through giving and receiving together. Guilt can quietly close the door to prosperity. It can make you shrink when life wants to expand you. It can make you say no when your soul wants to say yes. It can make you feel uncomfortable with comfort. It can make you feel wrong for having more than before. Guilt may tell you that if you receive more, you are taking from someone else. But true abundance is not a small bowl that only one person can eat from. Prosperity can move through many lives in many ways. Your receiving does not have to block another person's blessing. Your growth does not have to steal someone else's light. A fuller life can also make you more able to give, support, bless, and serve from a place that is not empty. Receiving is not selfish when it comes from an open and thankful heart. Receiving is part of balance. If you only give and never receive, you may become tired, hurt, or quietly resentful. If you only pour out and never allow life to pour back into you, your heart may begin to feel dry. A river must receive water to keep flowing. A lamp must receive power to keep giving light. A heart must receive care to keep offering love. You were not made only to carry, only to fix, only to serve, only to give, and only to prove. You were also made to be supported, filled, guided, comforted, and renewed. A deep reason many people struggle to receive is the fear of being a burden. You may have learned to keep your needs small. You may have learned not to ask. You may have learned to smile even when your heart needed help. You may have learned that needing anything made you weak, but having needs does not make you a burden. It makes you human. Wanting support does not make you difficult. It means your heart understands that life is not meant to be lived with closed hands and a lonely spirit. You are allowed to need. You are allowed to ask. You are allowed to receive without apologizing for being alive. Sometimes the heart must learn that help is safe. If help came with control in the past, you may fear it. If kindness came with conditions, you may doubt it. If support was taken away suddenly, you may not trust it. But the past does not have to decide every future gift. You can begin gently. You can let small support in. You can say yes to simple kindness. You can receive a good word without pushing it away. You can accept a helping hand without feeling small. Each small act of receiving teaches your heart something new. It teaches your heart that support can be clean. It teaches your spirit that help does not always come with danger. It teaches your inner world that life can be softer than it once was. Prosperity is not only money. Money is one form, but it is not the only form. Prosperity can come as a calm morning. It can come as a new idea. It can come as the right words at the right time. It can come as a chance to start again. It can come as the strength to say no. It can come as the courage to say yes. It can come as food, shelter, friendship, wisdom, healing, rest, peace, or a path you did not expect. When you only look for prosperity in one form, you may miss the many ways life is already trying to support you. Open your eyes to the full language of abundance. It may be speaking to you in quiet ways before it becomes visible in bigger ways. One of the most powerful parts of receiving is learning to let good stay. Sometimes good comes, and the mind quickly begins to worry. How long will this last? What if I lose it? What if I'm not ready? What if something goes wrong? These questions can turn a blessing into stress. But receiving asks you to breathe and allow the present good to be present. Let peace be peace while it is here. Let kindness be kindness while it is here. Let support be support while it is here. You do not need to destroy a blessing with fear before it has time to nourish you. You can say, I allow this good. I receive it with a calm heart. I let it bless me now. You do not have to prove your worth every time something good comes to you. You do not have to list your pain. You do not have to explain your struggle. You do not have to convince life that you deserve support. The deeper part of you already belongs to the flow of good. When you stop proving and begin allowing, your energy changes. You become less tense. You become less defensive. You become more open. You begin to understand that the goal is not to earn love through exhaustion. The goal is to live from the truth that you are already worthy of love, support, and growth. Gratitude helps receiving feel peaceful. When something good comes, let your first response be simple thanks, not guilt. Thank the moment. Thank life. Thank the lesson. Thank the person. Thank the inner guidance. Thank your own growth that allowed you to receive it. Gratitude turns receiving into a clean and beautiful exchange. It keeps the heart open. It helps the mind stop searching for danger. It teaches the body that good can come without fear. When gratitude is present, receiving does not feel heavy. It feels like a natural breath of life moving in and out. Abundance grows through daily inner practice. It does not only come from one strong thought or one emotional moment. It grows through the way you return to yourself every day. It grows through the words you choose in the morning, the thoughts you feed during the day, The way you respond to fear, the way you handle stress, the way you bless what you have, and the way you open your heart before sleep. Your inner world is like a garden. It needs care. It needs attention. It needs gentle removal of old weeds. It needs seeds of trust, worth, peace, and receiving. If you care for it daily, something new begins to grow. The first moments of the day are powerful because they set the direction of your inner energy. If you wake up and immediately enter fear, your mind begins the day in lack. If you wake up and attack yourself, your heart begins the day in pressure. If you wake up and think only about what is missing, your spirit begins the day feeling empty, but you can begin differently. Before rushing into the world, take a quiet moment within yourself. Place your attention on your breath. Remember that you are alive. Remember that this day is not only a list of problems, it is also a field of possible guidance, support, and new choices. You can speak simple words to yourself in the morning. I am open to receive good today. I choose peace in my thoughts. I bless this day before I judge it. I am willing to see support. I am worthy of kind and helpful experiences. These words do not need to be loud. They do not need to be perfect. They only need to be sincere. When you speak this way, you are not pretending life has no challenges. You are giving your mind a better direction. You are telling your heart, we will not begin this day by surrendering to fear. We will begin with openness. One daily practice that opens the heart is blessing what is already present. Bless the bed that held you through the night. Bless the water you drink. Bless the food that gives your body strength. Bless the money you have, even if it is not yet the amount you desire. Bless the work your hands can do. Bless the lessons that made you wiser. Bless the people who show kindness. Bless the strength that carried you through days you thought you could not handle. When you bless what is present, you stop speaking to life only from lack. You begin to meet life with respect, and respect opens the way for more peaceful receiving. During the day, pay attention to the words you repeat most often. Do you keep saying, I am tired of everything? Do you keep saying, I never have enough? Do you keep saying, nothing works for me? Do you keep saying, I am always unlucky? These words may feel automatic, but they are shaping your inner climate. You do not have to blame yourself for them. You only have to notice them and gently choose again. Replace nothing works for me with a better way can open. Replace I never have enough with I am learning to welcome steady supply. Replace I am unlucky with I am open to helpful surprises. Small changes in speech can create deep changes in feeling, and receiving becomes easier when you practice with small things. Receive a kind word without rejecting it. Receive a compliment without saying something negative about yourself. Receive rest without feeling guilty. Receive help without saying, I should do it all alone. Receive a quiet moment without filling it with worry. Receive a meal with thanks. Receive a new idea with hope. Receive the beauty of a simple day. These small acts teach your nervous system that receiving is safe. They teach your heart that you do not have to push good away. They prepare you to receive larger blessings with more peace. When fear rises, return to your breath. Breath brings you back to the present moment. Fear often pulls you into a future that has not happened. It shows you pictures of loss, failure, shame, or rejection. But your breath reminds you that you are here now. In this moment, you can soften. In this moment, you can choose one kinder thought. In this moment, you can stop feeding panic. Breathe slowly and let the body know it does not have to fight life right now. This simple practice can bring you back from lack into trust, from pressure into presence, from fear into a softer awareness. Your daily thoughts create the inner home where your spirit lives. If that home is filled with judgment, fear, and criticism, you may feel unsafe even when nothing is wrong outside. If that home is filled with kindness, patience, and trust, you can feel supported even while life is still changing. Each day, ask yourself, what kind of inner home am I building? Are you building a place where abundance feels welcome? Are you building a place where your worth is honored? Are you building a place where peace can rest? This is not about being perfect. It is about returning again and again to a better inner atmosphere. At the end of the day, do not carry every worry into the night. Release what you cannot solve in this moment. Release the harsh words you spoke to yourself. Release the fear that tried to control you. Release the mistake that taught you something. Release the thought that you are behind. Release the belief that nothing changed. Before sleep, speak softly to yourself. I did enough for today. I allow my body to rest. I release fear from this day. I welcome peace into my heart. I am still growing. The night is not only for sleep. It is also a time to stop fighting your own life. Gratitude does not need to be fake. You do not need to pretend that everything feels easy. Honest gratitude simply means you look for what is still good, even while other things are still healing. You can be grateful for one breath, one lesson, one meal, one helpful thought, one moment of quiet, one sign of progress, one chance to begin again. This kind of gratitude does not deny pain. It brings light into the place where pain has been too loud. It teaches the mind that even in an unfinished life, goodness can still be found. Your daily practice should not feel like another way to judge yourself. Do not turn spiritual growth into pressure. Do not punish yourself because you had a fearful thought. Do not shame yourself because you forgot to speak kindly one morning. Do not attack yourself because old habits returned. Healing is not a straight line. Some days you will feel open. Some days you will feel heavy. Some days trust will feel easy. Some days fear will ask for attention again. Be gentle. The goal is not to become perfect. The goal is to keep returning to love, one thought at a time. There comes a time when you must stop seeing yourself as someone waiting for abundance and begin seeing yourself as someone connected to abundance. This is a deep inner change. It is not about pretending to be someone else. It is about becoming more true to the part of you that was never meant to live in constant fear. The old identity may say, I am always lacking. The new identity says, I am learning to receive. The old identity may say, life does not support me. The new identity says, support can reach me in many ways. The old identity may say, I am not enough. The new identity says, my worth is real and I am open to grow. The way you see yourself shapes what you expect. If you see yourself as someone who always loses, you may expect loss even in moments of possibility. If you see yourself as someone who is always ignored, you may not notice when support appears. If you see yourself as someone who never has enough, you may feel poor even when life is offering small signs of supply. But when you begin to see yourself differently, your expectations begin to change. You begin to expect guidance. You begin to expect better choices. You begin to expect that your life can improve. Expectation is powerful because it affects what you look for, what you accept, and what you allow. Lack may have been part of your experience, but it is not your name. Struggle may have been part of your past, but it is not your identity. Fear may have visited you many times, but it is not the truth of who you are. You are more than the hard seasons you have survived. You are more than the money you did not have. You are more than the chances that did not work. You are more than the words that hurt you. A new prosperity identity begins when you stop introducing yourself to life through your wounds. You begin to say, I have faced difficulty, but I am not difficulty. I have known lack, but I am not lack. I have felt fear, but I am not fear. If abundance is to grow in your life, your inner world must become a safe place for it. Do not attack yourself when you receive. Do not panic when things improve. Do not look for danger in every blessing. Do not speak against good before it has time to settle. Become a safe place for prosperity by welcoming it with gratitude. Become a safe place for peace by allowing calm without guilt. Become a safe place for love by receiving kindness without suspicion. Become a safe place for growth by trusting that change does not have to destroy you. When your inner world becomes safe for abundance, your outer life can begin to hold more of it. You do not need to walk through life as someone who is begging for proof. You can walk as someone who is open to ideas, open to guidance, open to support, open to new ways of thinking, open to peace, open to prosperity. This openness changes how you meet the day. You may still have work to do. You may still have responsibilities. You may still face problems. but you do not face them with the same closed energy. You begin to look for solutions instead of only repeating fear. You begin to ask, what is possible here? You begin to believe that one new step can lead to another. There is a prosperous self within you. This self is not greedy. This self is not selfish. This self does not need to take from others. This self simply knows that life has more than fear to offer. This self knows how to bless, receive, give, rest, choose, and trust. This self knows that prosperity can be peaceful. This self knows that abundance can be spiritual. This self knows that receiving good does not make you less kind. This self has been waiting beneath the old stories. Every time you choose worth over shame, this self rises. Every time you choose trust over panic, this self rises. Every time you choose openness over guilt, this self rises. A new identity becomes stronger when you act from it. Ask yourself, how would I speak if I believed I was worthy? How would I choose if I believed life could support me? How would I receive if I believed good was safe? How would I handle money if I believed I could be wise and peaceful? How would I treat my body if I believed I deserved care? These questions guide you into new actions. You may not change everything in one day, but you can choose one action that matches the new self. One kind word, one brave choice, one peaceful decision, one honest no, one open yes. These small actions build the new identity. The old story can feel comfortable because it is familiar. Even if it hurts, you know its shape. You know how it sounds. You know how it explains your life. But familiar pain is still pain. Do not return to the old story just because the new one feels strange. It may feel strange to say, I am worthy. It may feel strange to receive without guilt. It may feel strange to believe that life can become softer. It may feel strange to expect support instead of disappointment. But strange does not mean false. Sometimes healing feels unfamiliar because your heart is learning a new home. Before your outer life becomes larger, your inner life must often become larger first. You must become large enough inside to hold more peace, large enough to receive more support, large enough to imagine a better path, large enough to release old guilt, large enough to stop shrinking your desires. Large and sinking are to let prosperity feel possible. This inner expansion may be quiet, but it is powerful. You begin to make room within yourself for the life you are calling in. You begin to stop rejecting your own growth. You begin to let the idea of good feel less distant and more natural. The abundance within you is not separate from the prosperity around you. Your inner state affects your choices. Your choices affect your actions. Your actions affect your path. Your path affects what you experience. When you carry inner lack, you may choose from fear. When you carry inner worth, you choose from respect. When you carry inner guilt, you may reject good. When you carry inner openness, you receive more clearly. When you carry inner panic, you may miss guidance. When you carry inner peace, you can notice the next right step. The inner world and outer world are connected in quiet and powerful ways. The abundance you seek is not only waiting in a future moment, it is asking to be recognized within you now. It is in your breath. It is in your ability to begin again. It is in your choice to speak kindly to yourself. It is in your willingness to release fear. It is in your courage to receive without guilt. It is in the way you bless what you have while welcoming what is growing. It is in the moment you stop saying, "Good is not for me," and begin saying, "I am open to the good that life can bring." You do not have to force prosperity with fear. You do not have to chase it as if you are empty. You do not have to prove your worth through endless struggle. You can begin within. You can begin by softening your thoughts. You can begin by choosing words that support your spirit. You can begin by letting your heart receive small signs of goodness. You can begin by treating yourself as someone who is worthy of peace, support, and growth. Prosperity may come through money, but it may also come through healing. It may come through new chances, but it may also come through new thoughts. It may come through open doors, but it may also come through closed doors that guide you towards something better. It may come through people, ideas, timing, rest, courage, or quiet inner knowing. Do not limit the ways life can support you. Stay open. Stay gentle with yourself. Stay willing to see abundance in more than one form. The more you honor the abundance within you, the more you stop moving through life as someone who is separate from good. You begin to understand that you are part of the flow. You begin to trust that your life can expand. You begin to receive without guilt, practice without pressure, and grow without rejecting who you are today. This is the deeper meaning of prosperity. It is not only what surrounds you, it is what awakens inside you. Let your inner world become a place where prosperity feels welcome. Let your thoughts become softer. Let your words become kinder. Let your heart become more open. Let your hands become ready to receive. Let your spirit remember that abundance is not far from you. It begins within you, and from within you, it touches the world around you. The abundance within you attracts prosperity around you because life responds to the energy you live from. When you live from fear, you close. When you live from guilt, you shrink. When you live from lack, you hold tightly. But when you live from worth, you open. When you live from trust, you breathe. When you live from gratitude, you receive. When you live from love toward yourself, you become a clear space for good to enter. So let this be the new direction of your heart. You are willing to receive. You are willing to grow. You are willing to release old fear. You are willing to stop calling lack your identity. You are willing to bless your life as it is and welcome the life that is forming. You are willing to become a safe place for prosperity. You are willing to believe that good can come, good can stay, and good can grow. Your outer world does not need to change all at once for the inner shift to begin. The shift can begin with one breath, one thought, one word, one act of trust, one moment of gratitude, one choice to stop speaking against yourself. And from that small beginning, a new way of living can open, a softer way, a wiser way, a more peaceful way, a way where abundance is not something you chase, but something you allow, something you honor, and something you remember within yourself. The prosperity around you begins with the abundance within you. And the more you return to that inner abundance, the more life can meet you with support, peace, ideas, strength, guidance, and blessings in forms you may not yet see. You are not empty. You are not separate from good. You are not too late. You are opening. You are learning to receive. You are becoming the kind of inner space where prosperity can grow.